going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 1147 of FloWrestling Radio, live from Austin, Texas, presented by Nike Wrestling. The boys are back in town. I had a lonesome week last week. Now everyone's back. To my right, James Dean Rader. To the left, Andrew Spencer Spay. And to the left, with three computers. I don't even know. We can't even show. He keeps. Yeah, we're gonna bring him in here.
There you go.
Have you hacked into the mainframe yet? Have you reached the inner core?
Oh, I'm in it. Yeah.
CPU?
I'm so far into the mainframe.
Dude, he's in there. He's checking markets, which I know don't close now.
They never.
Kozak ridiculed me the last show
Yeah.
for thinking they closed. They don't.
Money never sleeps.
That's right. So Kozak's here. We're all here. Great show. Our producer, Nikki. If the show's not produced well, it's Nikki. He's a great guy, to be honest. But he's maybe hit the mainstream with Donk Toss. If you don't know what Donk Toss is, he's basically a silent investor in this new bar game.
Yeah, you'll soon learn about Donk Toss.
And this could be on ESPN The Ocho. And so if, like, for whatever reason, it just shows, like, Spay for, like, 30 minutes and he's not even talking, it's because Nikki is just counting the donk.
He's counting his donk bucks.
Yeah, look up Donk Toss. It's actually a real thing, but don't do it right now. Listen to the show. Because we got a lot to get into. We've got the ranking series, all that went down there. Fargo, we haven't talked Fargo since the previous show. We didn't have a previous show because Gable did not come, and that is sad for me and for you. So sorry that there was no show on Thursday. And, of course, all quarter century team, the gift that keeps on giving. We'll be talking 184 today. JD, get us started. Where do you want to go?
Well, first and foremost, I got to apologize a little bit. Voice a little hoarse this week, but
Yeah.
I'm powering through.
Buddy had a weekend.
I had a weekend, when
You had a
straight,
week, basically.
I know.
It wasn't just a
straight
weekend.
from Fargo into a bachelor party into this past weekend in Wisconsin. Pray to Shane. Shout out to the very nice people. Ran into a couple wrestling fans out there. So the shout out to them. But let's start with the ranking series in Budapest. We had a squad going there. What were some of the biggest results? And kind of, is this now stock up or stock down from the world teamers that competed there?
Well, we have a team, our men's freestylers, we have 7 brand new team members. So there's there's curiosity there. And I always say that, hey, if you make the team, you're probably a medalist contender almost by default, just to run that gauntlet. You're sort of in that mix. But you don't know. It's not a guarantee. It's not a lock. It's like you could, right? And when you had Zane and Nick Lee and Chance make the team in 23, you're like, you feel like they could. Didn't work out. But then when you see the performance from someone like David Carr and Trent Hidley, there's boxes you check along the way to kind of establish yourself even further as a potential world medalist or even a world champion. And I feel like those two really proved a lot this last week in Budapest with, Trent winning the entire thing, beating multiple world medalists and ranked guys. I think 3 total world medalists he beat along the way, including Karugliev and Abakarov and the Georgian. Just really impressive, right? And, we knew Trent was, even throughout his NCAA career, he's like, man, this is a guy who really is top tier, regardless of where he's finished on the podium or world team trials, et cetera. And now that he's the guy, we're kind of seeing that play out. So you can't be anything but excited about his prospects at 92. And Kozak can maybe dive a little deeper on like just that field and how he could potentially stack up. But for me, David Carr, his ascent is even more exciting. And for Trent, you're thinking, okay, 92, non-Olympic weight. Trent's really good. You feel good about Trent placing. 74, always tough, always hard to win. It's a weight USA's had a lot of success in, but we've also been sending legends there continuously. We've had Kyle Dake and Jordan Burroughs holding down that weight since 2011. And so now it's David Carr, and he's not as established as those guys. How's he going to do? And you look a couple months ago, he wrestled Saul Kazanov, who was just a brick wall and just a hard guy to score on and really tough, really seasoned. And he loses 3-0 to Salk, and you're like, okay. And he comes here, and really the match wasn't even as close, in my opinion, as the score indicated. I really felt like David was dictating and getting to legs and scoring, looked really good. And even his match against Takahashi, who from Japan, dude's really good, don't get me wrong. I felt like he wrestled that again. I like David. At an early.
He didn't lose. He just ran out of time.
Exactly. He literally ran out of time. And really, some of those calls there, I think I would question them. So, and there were some, tactical things that David could easily change. And we've seen David is someone that can make adjustments. You look at what he got teched by Mitchell Messenbrink, then he beat him in 2 straight, right? And so he lost 3-0 to Saul Kazanov. Then he really controls him and is getting to legs consistently. Takahashi, you think a match this close, he loses 8-7. If you think this isn't reversible, I mean, just him fighting hard for a gut wrench where he got reversed and go 2-1, that was close to the difference, if not the difference in the match. I don't know how criteria would have shaken out without that exposure, but he was just going desperation mode at that point. And then, of course, we have the chest wrap position, which I really felt like David was entitled to points in this one. I don't know, Kozak, if you want to weigh in. I know you've got it pulled up here.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. If we want to pull it in, you can show the
Nikki
fans at
can
home.
do that. Oh,
And I feel like, David definitely initiates. Takahashi goes into exposure, so I felt like it should have been 2-2 because then they go back.
Yes.
They go back to the position where they ended up, and like Takahashi doesn't end up on top, to where normally if the guy that does the chest wrap doesn't get points, normally it's because like the guy initiating the takedown ends up on top. So I thought it should have been 2-2, but I also wonder, like, if you're David Carr, do you mess around with chest wraps anymore? Because it didn't work for him against Messenbrink, didn't get the points here. So you wonder if he had just conceded the step out, which it seemed like he could have, like wizard down and go out of bounds. Then it's like, oh, then it's only a 1 point, and then essentially you probably went on criteria. But
yeah,
hindsight,
it is very much an all or nothing thing. I mean, he could have potentially just sprawled and slid back there. I mean, they could have just straight up defended it. I really do feel like it was a 2-2. I mean, he picked Takahashi up completely off the mat, it looked like, and turned his back towards the mat.
Right. Yeah, and his butt never hits either. So you could technically call it, I think, a feet to back if you really wanted to. And I always thought the two big things were you have to look for the attacking wrestler not to break their grip, but the defending or the counter wrestler has to initiate a move that changes the direction. And he clearly changed it. He were going straight back, and instead of going head over heels kind of, Takahashi's move, he turned him to the side and exposed him. So it's like that. Yeah, 2-2 is how I would expect that to have been ruled if they challenged.
Yeah, but for
early in the match they didn't challenge.
For Kozak, Mr. International Man, what were your thoughts on particularly those two, but maybe more broadly?
Yeah, I think for Trent, it shows he can win world gold. He's as good as anybody. There is Firazpour from Iran, who's maybe the new number one or right up there with Kurugliev. But Trent is like, if he doesn't win a medal, it's a disappointment now. It's underperformance. David Carr, I would say stock up for sure, just based off Salkazanov, that match there. And I did the world rankings, and so I had David Carr ranked number 5 going in. I think he's going to jump up above Kapanov. Takahashi will move up, and he'll be number 3. The big name off of this list is Sidakov. We don't know whether or not he's going to be.
Oh, and I was looking for something for sales guy, and in my relisting, I remembered I had DM'd Sidakov and asked if he was going to be back, and he said he was non-committal, but he's like I'm trying to get back. I'm dealing with a knee injury. Thanks for reaching out, basically. Yeah. So it's not off the radar. It's not an impossibility. He's still working on it.
Yeah. So I think definitely stock up for David. He's beaten Karim Magomedov. I think he teched him earlier this year. So yeah, I think with the right draw, he can make the finals. Valiev's a different level, and if Sidakov's there. But I think we should also talk about Levi Haines, because I think some people are looking at his performance and they're saying, "Oh man, maybe stock down. Maybe Levi doesn't have a chance to medal at Worlds." And I'd like to hear your guys' opinion.
Well, I think you see about David or Levi Haines lost to Greece. This is not good. But Kugi Matsidis is super tough. It's a guy with wins over. He beat Kadi. He's beaten Chimizo. He gave Dake a really tough match. He's really good. I know he got rolled up immediately after he beat Levi, which maybe was less encouraging. That was
He's beaten that guy that he lost to before. Kugi.
Yeah.
Kugi has. Yeah.
So, I mean, Kugi has really good leg defense. And you saw that there against Levi. Levi got to his best position, his high crotch. I feel like if he's able to get there consistently, he'll figure out the finishes potentially. It's not, I still think Levi has a shot to medal. I'm not ruling that out. I think he's going to have to be able to beat someone like Kugi to do it, right? That's another guy that's probably not a world champion. It's going to be contending for a medal. So you've got to, but it's a very common thing in international wrestling. Like a part of the learning curve is learning how to finish on these guys. These Europeans are so tricky. They bring a really unique leg defense that you don't see collegiately often or on the Team USA domestic circuit. So it's just a new challenge. And, I think it's good that he went. I'm glad he wrestled. I'm glad he experienced that. I wish he had got pulled back through for some more mat time, where I think for someone at his stage in wrestling is actually important. But yeah, I think I'm not stock up on Levi out of this, but I'm not bearish either. I think it's okay.
And I actually felt kind of the same way about Luke Lilladall.
Yeah.
Where he didn't look like a senior world champion when he competed, but these are good reps he had to win a couple really tough, close matches, get those under your belt, and he still came out a winner.
Yeah, he won it all. He won a ranking series event. It just establishes or reinforces kind of what we've been saying about Luke. We've got him ranked, I think, top 5 in the world. And that was sort of based on like junior world results, right? Which you can say, well, that's age level and it's senior. Now he's won a ranking series event. He's beating more and more ranked guys. It does establish, hey, Luke is Spencer makes it look like we don't have as much depth at a weight class because he just slaughters everyone. But Luke's really, really good. He's a premier guy at 57.
Yeah, I thought it was a good sign for Team USA depth. You have Spencer, your number 1 was not there, but your number 2 guy goes out there and wins. And that wasn't all of the contenders that are going to be in Croatia. We're definitely not in Budapest. But anytime you get your hands on international guys, it's a good thing. And whether you come out on top like Luke did or you drop a match like Levi, it's a learning experience, and it's going overseas getting those reps. And yeah, Trent definitely the big bonus, the big thing that you get more confidence going in.
Kozak, give us the rundown of 86. I know Zahid didn't wrestle. That's such a big bummer. Would have loved to see him at this field, but how did it play out? And did anything change in how you viewed the 86 landscape?
Not really. Cotty made the finals and then forfeited in the finals. He beat Cotty beat Savit, who is the first ever Iranian to beat Jordan Burroughs,
right,
a couple years ago. So I think when you look at 86, it's a weight that has as much parity as ever at the top. So you have Ramazanov, you have Gaziantep from Iran, Kadziev from Russia, Ishiguro, who beat Zahid a couple of years ago from Japan. Zahid, you got this Sokoev guy who kind of was off my radar, but he just beat Dalit Bekov, and Dalit Bekov just beat Kadi. So you go 8 deep, and it's like, man, any one of these 8 guys I could see medaling. Wouldn't be all that surprised. But then I think like Ramazanov, Gaziantep, Kadziev, Zahid, I think that's where you're going to find your gold medalists.
And these rankings are your world championship rankings. These
Correct.
are not your international rankings. So what Kozak does, he takes the best guy from each country and who he thinks is going to be representing that country, and he ranks based on that. So it's different from international rankings, but it has a lot more pertinence for what we're actually talking about, which is how do we stack up at the world championships?
Yeah. So, yeah, I would have loved to seen Zahid against Kadi or against Gaziantep. I'm not sure why he didn't go. I don't think it's that big of a deal. He's wrestled a lot this year already, and I think he's going to be ready to go come Worlds. But the other part of it is this weight class. Not many of these guys have ranking series points to begin with at all. So going to this tournament doesn't really do him any good for seeding purposes because it's essentially going to be a random draw.
Really?
Yeah.
No one's got a lot.
Yeah.
Post Olympics.
How much has Gassimpor even wrestled
He hasn't wrestled
since Worlds?
I don't know if he's made scratch 86 yet. I think his wrestle off in Iran was at 88. I think they gave him +2.
Gassimpor is one of those guys, you look at him, you're like, this is the biggest person ever. And then you stand next to him, you're like, oh, wait, he's like 5'9", 5'10". He's not
you
that.
might be taller than him, Christian.
It's possible.
No, yeah, he's not that tall.
My height's been often debated. Yes, but I don't know if I'm as tall as him. But he's not as tall as you would think.
Right. Yeah, he's shorter. He's shorter than Yazdani.
Yes. Yes.
A handful of these Team USA guys are going to get some more reps here in a couple hours at the PWL, plus other Americans that didn't compete, which I think is good.
How can you watch that?
You can watch it on pwlworld.tv.
Oh.
A website we're all familiar with.
Yeah, been there many times.
Yeah, just go to your favorites, drag down till you get to pwl.tv.org or whatever.
Sweet.
And you're there.
Like Lilidol and Seth Gross's guys are both really good.
Well, Seth Gross isn't wrestling.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, it's going to be a Kuntz.
Okay.
Next man up.
All right.
Bruce Andonian, going to get a crack at it?
Bruce Andonian.
Yeah, I could have found like a matchups that actually spelled their name right, but I liked the incorrect spelling.
They're American.
Off the translations.
They did pretty good. They got Mike Machiavello right.
CJ Composito.
I think. Composito. I think Joey Blaze Dibragajiev should be a fun one. Like any chance to see Joey Blaze on his ascendancy.
Yeah, and seeing Hamity wrestle again, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check it out.
Be cool.
All right, let's pivot to Fargo because, like you said, we hadn't talked a whole lot about that.
Can I interrupt real quick and just say Helen Maroulis also looked really good winning gold for the women?
How many times have we seen her hit that foot sweep to the pin?
That was awesome.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, maybe one of the most like known like knockout punches. It's like a rare one. It's not like a bar half or whatever.
Oh yeah, a little slide by. Oh, you react that way. Well, now you're going to your back.
Yeah, sick.
And I don't know, for Helen, it's almost like she keeps defying the odds. You know, she had a period where she was off the mat for a while, dealing with health injuries, dealing with a lot of other stuff off the mat. And then you come back and it's, you know, how good is she going to be? And she keeps just doing Helen things. She looks as good as ever.
Yeah.
So excited to see her in the Worlds again.
Absolutely. Pumped.
All right. Now, Fargo. Spay, Kozek, you were with me in Fargo. What were some of the main things that stood out to you that you came away surprised by?
I don't know if I was terribly surprised by a lot of stuff. It's always good to see, it's cliche at this point, but the high school kids are leveling up. They're all college ready. So you see those finals matches for the boys freestyle and you're like, man, we are, that's providing depth all the way up. That just compounds as you go. But I thought heavyweight was really where you learned a lot. You had the top 4 guys. So I really like that weight for the boys on the junior side. And for the girls side, there's a few weight classes where there are really talented wrestlers we gave out 4 golden tickets. 4 girls made world teams and then came back and wrestled Fargo. So they're on the U17 team already, and now they're going out there winning Fargo. So impressive there.
I thought Lucas Ricketts at 190.
Yeah, he's
Kentucky.
tough.
Yeah, talking to David.
Really good.
Talking to David, this guy was like came out of nowhere. It's like no one expected him to win that way. 190 got completely blown up. Him coming out and winning, and then making the finals in Greco as well. Also, when he lost in Greco, he got pinned, and he got up and he was just like, oh well. He just like shrugged a couple times, but he's really good. And I know David was talking to his coach afterwards, and he's like, yeah, he was getting a few calls here and there from college coaches, but he's like, now he's like everybody is called and everybody like is showing interest now, and that just kind of shows you like how huge a tournament like Fargo is and how quickly guys can like flip their stock. And so he's definitely a guy where I think you're going to see him. You're going to see some big schools after him now.
Yeah. Speaking of huge, biggest Fargo ever. They keep setting records for like the 7th year in a row. There were 8,500 entries. Obviously, some of the guys for freestyle and Greco, they do both, but thousands of kids. Thousands in Fargo.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, Ricketts definitely. I mean, for me, Singer, and I guess he won the OW. I actually didn't know that, but he was someone I was not super familiar with, and just Very
An
dominant.
apology.
Huh?
You were not familiar with his game.
I was not familiar with his game, and it's really good. He stood out. Melvin Miller continues to get better. Of course, the match of the finals, Wolbert versus Rainey. You know, I felt like wrestling-wise, really even battle. I think Rainey has just a physical component, a power, freak factor that makes him so hard to beat. But both guys is impressive because they both went at it the whole time and really didn't fade. Like I was like, Rainey has had a lot of like explosive stuff here. Like how's he going to hold up? He held up really well.
I think I said it on the call. Like, oh, I think Rainey might be getting tired, and this was with like
you did.
90 seconds, maybe even 2 minutes to go, and he was able to hold on and get tough.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch that because I was on the 16U finals, and you just see that score, and you're like, whoa, that. I mean, you could catch a few things back and forth as you look over.
It's cool when you have that match where everyone's like, this match is going to be awesome. There's no way it's not. And then it is.
Yeah. On the 16U side, speaking of surprise, I forgot to mention is Mario Hutchinson at, what is it?
190.
190. Yeah, there it is. He pinned and teched his way through the bracket, and it looked like a man-child for being like 16U. It's like, all right, he's ready for the next level.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Jaden O'Farrell at 175. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, Jaden O'Farrell. He beat the highest ranked 16U guy, Salasarni. It was inside trips. It's how he won. I think in the semis, all the Bishop McCourt guys were going crazy for him. They were all like front row seats going, at the race stage there in the end zone of the Fargo Dome. So that was fun to watch. He impressed. And then Colin Rutland of Missouri. Yeah. That's a guy that's going to get a lot of calls soon. He looks very explosive, like he is ready for the next level.
I think he might have teched or pinned everybody too.
He was OW for 16U. That was who I was going to say, Spay. Of the finals of the whole tournament, he really stood out, Rutland.
Yeah, 150 pounds. So your middle upper weights, get ready.
Cool.
All right. Should we move on to 184?
Let's do it.
All quarter century team. And I keep saying I feel like every time we have this discussion, like, this one might be the hardest one. This one might be the hardest one. This one also might have been the hardest one for me to decide.
This is very tough.
Because
give the 4.
So you've got Greg Jones, Ed Ruth, Bo Nickel, Aaron Brooks. And all their stats are very similar.
So similar. They all have like 3 or 4 losses.
Correct. So it's truly kind of a coin flip.
They all spent time at different weights. I mean, I guess Aaron did win 3, but they all, Ed started at 74, Bo started at 74, Greg started at 74, Aaron was 84, went up to 97. So the similarities are insane for sure. This is a really tough one. Greg Jones is a great candidate. He had an interesting career. He won as a freshman, had only 2 losses, was undefeated going into his sophomore year NCAAs, and then DNP'd.
Yeah, did he go
lost
2?
He did not go 0-2. He lost in the first round though.
Right.
And then he won like 2 matches, and then his second loss was to Rashad Evans.
Huh.
Kind of interesting. And then he ran the table his last 2 years. Just a takedown machine, a double leg machine. Like, you watch some wrestlers, and you're like, would that translate the next? His game, 100%. He'd have been a 2 or 3 timer in any era. But of course, the debate is how would he have fared against the Aaron, the Eds, and the Bo Nickels, which kind of all lined up sort of in a row. Ed into Bo into AB, and it's tough to say. One thing that's interesting, Aaron Brooks, 89 wins. By far the fewest of anyone.
Even though he had an extra year.
Yeah, very low match total. And yeah, that's with a 5th year sort of counting in there because his 2020 year, he wrestled the whole year and just didn't get NCAAs. So extremely low match total for Aaron, which to me that matters a little bit.
Yeah.
How much you're on the mat.
Because you're saying a guy that has 140 matches or whatever, how many of those would have been closer, would have eaten into your dominant score? Maybe you take a loss. I mean, I don't think Aaron was going to lose, but
I mean,
things happen.
That going into the Marcus Coleman match.
Yeah.
And then he did.
Or Greg Jones shows that not,
Right. Yeah. What what I was looking for and couldn't find was Ed Ruth's total career record. Because Ed wrestled 37 matches his senior year. So he was definitely in that time where they were wrestling a lot more. Penn State had a really busy schedule. They were doing the Scuffle. They were doing, a bunch of other tournaments.
Says he was 36 and 3. 136 and 3. Ed Ruth.
Okay. So it's like 40 more. And that's about what Bo is. Bo's 130, not really 131. He was really 120 and 3. Not counting his redshirt year.
Yeah, Ed, I don't know. It's just like off the right top of the mind is just how Ed Ruth would do things that didn't make sense. How he would take other just incredible athletes and kind of toy with them and just like do whatever he wanted. And it was almost like he was at 70% speed all the time. And then, he did drop.
And sometimes you need to get a major in the NCAA finals.
And he was like, I can't do math fast. And then he's just like, all right, let's take him down 3 times.
There was the loss to Gabe Dean, which is like,
iconic.
Yeah, it put Gabe on the map for sure. He was already, well-known guy, but
Not really.
Looking back, it doesn't seem as big of a shock because of what Gabe Dean went to go and do. But at the time, it was unfathomable.
This was Gabe's freshman year. He hadn't done anything. He was just a guy we would know about, but
Right.
one layer out, was not talking about Gabe Dean.
pretty sure he was outside the top 50 on the big board.
Oh yeah, definitely not a high recruit. Ed had already pinned him in the first period that year, and then next time around, he beats him, which was crazy. And then they had a crazy close NCAA semifinal that Ed won, and then Gabe was just the man from pretty much then on. Do you remember the other? Do you guys remember the Ed Ruth losses?
Amucha Stegi.
That was one. Gabe Dean, we already talked about. There was only one other.
Who was it?
Mike Letts.
That's right.
Okay.
At the Nittany Lion Open, I think it was called. I'm pretty sure it was there.
Let's not forget that one anymore.
Thank you, Robin Ficker.
Yeah. That's a good job. Any bad pun on somebody's name.
Especially with a Maryland guy, that's
Yeah.
Robin Ficker.
Yeah.
Or
It's funny if you think about Ed Ruth. I don't know, if you were talking about some of the things he did, just didn't see, and how dominant he was, how impressive he was, and now that's almost become the standard for Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
So do we think about Ed Ruth the same if he was thrown in a lineup with Zane Rutherford, Jason Nolf, Bo Nickel, and Ed Ruth? Is he still I know it was Ruth Taylor, but because they were the guys that kind of started it off.
I think he gets a pioneer bump,
Yeah.
but I think
but it's maybe warranted.
I think it's harder to be first. He and David were first. No one else, it wasn't happening like that. Ben did it, but there were not guys that were just torching everyone the entire time. There were dominant wrestlers, but to have 2 on a team, it was really, really special. And I think he does get a bump for that. But I think it is, like you said, to JD, I think it is deserved. He earned it for sure.
So I put a poll in the YouTube chat. Only 60 votes, but Ed Ruth in the lead with 43%.
I like it.
Aaron Brooks at 30, Bo Nickel 20, and then Greg Jones.
That's what I did. I went Ed Ruth number 1, just because of what you were saying, Spay, where the things he could do were
Yeah, it's the Randy Moss quote where he's like, I never ran a route 100%, so you never actually saw me in the NFL. I don't think Ed Ruth legit never tried 100% in matches, but I do think when he was wrestling at his peak, he would just make guys look silly. Like there were 2 different levels of athlete there.
And Greg Jones didn't, but unfortunately for him, this is going to be complete with the fan vote, but I think he got hurt a little bit in mine too. I'm just not as familiar with him. Didn't get to watch him as much.
And a DMP,
It's tough.
when Ed goes 3-1-1-1, Bo goes 2-1-1-1, Aaron goes 1-1-1-1. That stands out. So I would probably like Ed, but man, we haven't talked about Bo Nickel much. But what he did, he has the season of seasons, right? What he did his last year at 84 at 2018 with the iconic pin, that's when you clinch a team title, that's a different circumstance, and not most guys are in that situation. Although, in a way, Ed Ruth was.
And did.
And he didn't know at the time what it was going to take to win a title for Penn State. And they just, once he got up 2 takedowns, they were just like, cut him. And then, like, all in the third period, he majors Robert Hamlin.
I think
Sorry to the Lehigh corner over here. Mountain Hawk Nation.
I think if I had to choose anyone's career to have, it would be Bo Nichols.
You get right?
Mm-hmm.
The moments that he had, and then how dominant he was at the end, where he finishes his last 2 years without losing at all.
Yeah.
I think that's the career I want.
That's big too, undefeated seasons, and if you look at like undefeated seasons at your peak, right? Because obviously, Ruth has the Gabe Dean loss, like we said.
Yeah.
Senior year.
Ed has 2 undefeated years. Bo has 2 undefeated years. Aaron has 2, his freshman and senior year.
Kind of weird with the senior
Well,
and the no NCAAs.
Yeah.
The one.
and then Greg has 2 undefeated years.
You know, completely
They all have 2
subjectively,
undefeated
like this is not based on any stat, but just style points. Like I would put Bo up there. Like if I want an exciting match and I want to show someone that's uninitiated wrestling, like something cool is more likely to happen in a Bo Nickel match than all these guys. And these are obviously elite of the elite.
Ed's in that class for me.
I personally loved watching Ed just because it was like crazy dominance, and that was like a point where I was getting really back into college wrestling. But to me, he didn't do as many like cool throws and stuff that Bo did.
It was like cradles, ankle.
It was awesome.
Well, he did like all this misdirection.
the misdirection. Yeah, when it's like I'm gonna get that like psych, I've already got the takedown on the other side.
Yeah, he was beyond,
Nobody was doing that.
beyond smooth.
This got me thinking, would you rather be somebody like a Jones, where you are undeniably the best wrestler at a program like in their history, right? Or like
Win some team titles.
an average wrestler at Penn State, or like in Iowa where
Well, what's an average wrestler at Penn State? Like not on the
I'm saying
roster?
no,
Or not on the
like you're in
lineup?
the starting lineup, but we'll say you win 1 national title.
Just one.
That would be awesome. That would be better, I think. Because, like, I don't know.
It depends on the program.
Since
too.
how important it is at the school, like, that's the cool thing. Like, when people where you are, like, care about it. Like, being a national champion at Iowa, like, that's just, like, a different thing.
Right, you're a superstar on campus.
Whereas, like, you know, if you win a national title at school X, so it's not, do they even know or care, right? So I'd probably choose that.
Yeah, I think winning a team title would be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Uni
That
boys
too.
celebrating. They bring you out for a first pitch. They bring you out on the football field. It's kind of fun.
It's all about the glitz and glamour for Spey.
I just want the adoration and the attention.
Yes.
And you basically said the same thing.
I know, but I really like to say it framed Spey that way.
Well, like Lady Gaga said, we live for the applause.
Is that what she said?
She says that. One of her many things.
Okay.
I think I'd choose being the best at my school over.
Like, think about like Greg Jones like faced all over the West Virginia
Yeah.
program, whereas
That is kind of cool.
Whereas, like, yeah, if you're at Penn State and you win 1 national title, you're like, oh, okay,
in 30 years, only the hardcore fans remember you.
yeah.
You get your picture up amongst like in their wrestling room. They have like
They're literally running out of room for the
they're like,
national champion.
we didn't plan on winning this much because we had like half the wall taken up by everybody like pre-Kale, and now it's like, all right, post-Kale, we need either more wall or smaller pictures.
Yeah. Their pictures are big.
What about a no-time national champion? But you're in the starting lineup for 4 years at Penn State.
4-year no-time national champion. Couldn't be me. No. I'm winning at least
Spey's
one.
getting one, guys. Let's be honest.
I'm not hanging up. I'm not calling it a college career without getting one.
If you start 4 years at Penn State, has anyone started 4 years for Penn State and not won a national title? Definitely not, right?
I mean, not in recent memory, but I bet there
Oh,
was
well, yeah,
somebody-
yeah, yeah.
Bo Bartlett,
Oh, yeah. Truly.
Good pull.
he was close.
That was a while ago.
You can't be expected to remember that.
Come on, dude.
Did Gulabon?
Well, I don't know if he was a 4-year starter. I think he might. Did he get?
I think he started 4 years.
He might have sat at the end. You could be right.
There's no way Neville's was,
Nick,
4 year.
Nick, I don't think started 4 years because his senior year, Kassar went.
and obviously Seth transferred.
Can't believe I didn't think of Bo Bartlett. What the heck's wrong with me?
That's your guy too.
Yeah. I know.
You rode for him.
I rode so hard for Bo Bartlett all those years. He got so close.
It is crazy.
I still was right. That take was 100% right.
It's crazy that it's hard to think of a 4-year starter who doesn't win an NCAA title for Penn State.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I had to think back all the way to 2025. I just blocked that out that he didn't win because that was going to be my most triumphant take. The take I waited the longest to come to fruition.
Shakur didn't start 4 years, did he?
I think he started a couple.
No, he got so big for 165.
He didn't. Did he not go to the postseason that year?
One of the years he didn't. They went with Gino Morelli, I think.
Can you combine Alton years?
No, dude, I don't know if they got 4-year starting years. Dylan may have, yeah, they did, but I don't think Andrew ever started. I don't remember now. They probably did total over 4. They battled so many injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Their freshman year, it was like, all right, they're going to be guys because one All-American and one round of 12.
Well, but they never wrestled the same year in NCAAs. Andrew was round of 12 as a true freshman. They redshirted Dylan. Then I don't know if they redshirted Andrew, and then Dylan went and he got 3rd as a freshman. You're like, oh, he almost beat Welch. He was up big on Jason Welch, who made the final that year. And you're like, wow, this guy's gonna maybe win a title as a freshman, and then never placed again.
Larry Steele says Jordan Conway.
4-year?
He said he's a 4-year. 125 for 1 and 133 for 3.
Interesting.
What Larry says. Ashlyn in the chat.
Jordan was good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Johnny DeJulius also posed an interesting question
I love this question.
on Twitter. He said, I truly believe that I have a better chance of making contact with 100 pitches than any MLB player has finishing a takedown with 100 attempts.
So
Like on Johnny?
On Johnny, Johnny's been going to war on this. People are like JT Realmuto, who's John Smith's nephew. He would take you down. He's a big guy.
Yeah, like Aaron
John
Judge
Smith has a nephew in the MLB?
Yeah.
Yeah, JT Realmuto. He's one of the best catchers in the major league.
Yeah, he mashes too. He's really good.
Yeah, I know. I did not know that was John Smith's nephew.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
News to me.
Yeah, Chris Perry's always tweeting about him because it's his cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's crazy.
Talented family.
Yeah.
Decent.
I thought you just owned wrestling. Honestly, that's unfair. You don't get to own. You don't get to have an MLB player in one of the greatest wrestling families of all time.
I'm with you, JD. They've pushed it too
Save
far.
some for the rest of us.
I don't know. You hear about that sometime where it's just like a family. Like I remember talking to Christian Bruner a while ago, and it's like he mentioned all these people in his family that were like NFL players, and then he's like, "Yeah," and I'm just like, I think he had rounded 12 a few times and then couldn't.
He got COVIDed.
Yeah, he got COVIDed, and it was like, man, he's like an awesome wrestler, looks like action figure style like build, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm like the non-impressive athlete in the family.
Yeah.
So there are families that just have a lot of talent.
Okay, so Johnny says make contact with 100 pitches. How many attempts?
And making contact, that's literally like the bat touches the ball. It
Like a bunt.
doesn't even have to go forward, it sounds like.
Yeah.
It could be a foul ball. So, I think
Well, how many attempts are you giving him?
it says 100.
No, like he goes 100 for 100?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. I want to know
making
if Johnny.
contact once.
I want to
Make
know.
the contact once?
Because it says he won't touch it. So I think that's what he is responding to at the very end of that. Take a baseball player and throw him in any sport and he'll compete. Take another athlete, throw him a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, and he won't touch it. I think he's saying, like, I could touch the ball once.
Make contact. I want to know if Johnny's played baseball first. How much time has he spent in the batter's box?
From Cleveland, he probably has.
Because that matters for sure. If you've never seen a fastball,
It's insane.
that for sure matters.
Or any pitch with movement, there's no way, even if it's not 90.
But this is total clickbait by baseball's greatest moments because people are just gonna.
Oh, but that's
Engage
being great
in both.
moments. That's their whole
Doing that.
shtick.
Here's the thing, though. When I was thinking about this, there comes a point where there's a size discrepancy so vast.
Right.
You can't do things to me. Like, you could take the best wrestling technician ever, and if it's in like a 60-pound body, they're not doing it. I'm just picking you up and moving where I want.
Yeah.
So, like,
And
Johnny
Johnny
Julius do that to, can Aaron Judge?
Just kind of like pick him up.
It's like, Johnny, no, you don't get to,
Johnny wasn't a heavyweight either.
I know he's a
33.
33-pounder, Johnny. So I don't think like Aaron Judge. There's bigger guys than Aaron even. Like these guys are massive.
And at least athletic.
Yeah, they're athletic enough. They're just if they had a 1 hour crash course.
Yeah, you take the Big Hurt in his prime.
I don't know about all wrestlers, but I'll just say this: half the MLB is taking down Johnny DeJulius. How about that?
A lot.
Ooh, I
Baseball
don't think
players are
half.
pretty
No,
big.
I'm just trolling Johnny with that comment.
Okay.
The other thing is,
Well,
if a,
also, are we going shark bait where it's just 100 new guys each time, back to back to back to back to
No
back?
rest. Yeah.
Like Bartolo Colon versus Johnny DeJulius. CC Sabathia.
I think Johnny would just.
CC Sabathia.
Johnny's just gonna wear him out.
Johnny would beat Bartolo Colon.
Bartolo's not lasting more than 30
That guy
seconds.
does not do
Bartolo's
any
Bartolo played for 20-some years. That guy's got more longevity
Yeah.
than anyone.
But
A
Bartolo-
half second at a time.
But Bartolo throwing, he doesn't even have to throw 90 per hour gas. That's the thing is like, if you just do 90 mile per hour fastballs enough time, like you'll get the timing, you'll hit the ball if he's just throwing strikes. But where the pitchers are going to totally make you look silly is they're going to throw curveballs, they're going to throw break balls, they're going to throw change-ups, and you're not going to know when they're going to do it, and you're going to be completely helpless out there.
Here's the thing, though. Johnny can get 100% lucky one time. Just if they throw a fastball down the pipe, you figure it out.
It's called a bunt.
Correct, but that's all he's saying. What would be more interesting is like a hit.
Yeah.
Like through the
Never.
infield, like, yeah.
Because you need a little skill for a takedown. You're not going to fall into a takedown, even if you're the biggest dude ever.
Yeah, never get a hit.
Correct.
I think-
but never get a hit. That's a
I
better
think
thing,
if-
not just make contact.
Yeah.
If I was given 100 pitches, I think I could get a hit.
You played college baseball.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's so like the comparison is I was probably a better wrestler than I was baseball player,
Probably.
and I know if I'm wrestling Jordan Burroughs, I am never taking him down ever.
Never.
If I go against a pitcher, I think I can get a hit 1 out of 100. I think that's the level of chance and the level of like, okay, it's timing, and I think I could do it.
I'm not getting a hit. I think I can make contact.
Yeah,
But I would
won't-
also be
bunt
taken
the
down by a large portion of the MLB.
That's such a funny thing to think about. You're just
Yeah,
wrestling.
this
these
is
guys.
true BB Great Moments clickbait, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It is a great
I'll
moment.
say wrestlers, I think, are some of the greatest athletes of like you throw them in another sport. But some of the greatest wrestlers are so bad with ball sports because it's not just about like
Or just running in general. Sometimes you see, you never notice when you see something that you see it in actors all the time that they have to like run for some part of like a movie or a show, and they have no idea how to run. Their arms are just doing all sorts of stuff, and nobody on the set told them how to do that. Every now and then, wrestlers will do that.
Well, it's just a matter of I mean, some kids just grow up and like you play basketball and like you learn how to play. And I remember going to the OTC, just my mind was blown because in my mind, like everyone just plays basketball and you know how to play, and I know how to shoot a jump shot and whatever. And then I went to the OTC, and there were some kids that were really good. And then there's like I won't even name names, but it looked like remember Stanley in the Office basketball game when he's like this. I'm like, bro, no one even taught this guy the basics of how to dribble and shoot. I think it's more they didn't learn it than they're not athletic.
that's why ball sports are a little different sometimes, where it's not just about how fast can your feet move.
Exactly.
You have to have a feel for it.
Yeah, so the funniest take to me, I knew a guy in college, and he would crap on soccer all the time, like just as for fun, just to get a rise out of the soccer guys. But he's like, yeah, look, they're just running. Anybody can run. Oh, he just kicks the ball and then runs after it. Like that would probably be
That's true.
top player.
Yeah, wrestlers love to say that wrestling is the hardest sport, which I would say that, but like any sport at the highest level is so hard, right? It's like so challenging, the things you have to do and how good you have to be.
Ping
Watch
pong,
some
for
of the
example.
best wrestlers in the world swing a golf club,
Right.
Yeah.
right? And you think that's just a natural motion until you're like, I can't even hit this little ball with a club.
No.
I'm
It's
with
not-
you.
I swing like this.
Oh, Happy
I can
Gilmore?
hit bombs. I can nuke it in Top Golf. I hold it like this. Have you seen this?
You
What, I was
Oh yeah, I hit it like
You're
that.
not doing a bit?
No, I crushed the ball straight up.
a crush is a little bit of an exaggeration.
It goes really far. It goes far.
It goes 100 yards.
It goes
When you're on
further
the
than
top
you-
deck of Top Golf,
It goes further than yours.
and then it goes, a decent distance, but you're not hitting like 200-yard drives that way.
I'm not ruling it out on the bounce.
Oh yeah, on a sheet of ice, I could hit it much further.
That's true too. I wasn't even counting the ice factor. No.
All right. Well, that was fun discussion.
Yes. Thanks, Johnny.
Sorry, Johnny.
Johnny, you wanted to be on the show. You kind of were.
All right, let's get to some questions, Kozak.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you caught me off guard.
Oh wow.
All right. Oh, first question. This is a fun one for Spay. Did Mako and Merrill nearly going through the table give Spay flashbacks?
I do think of that time where Don Bradley ran Yusuf Hamida into the table where I was calling a match. The referee took the brunt of it. There were paddles and wooden paddles everywhere. I did see that the replay of Mako and Merrill. That was pretty good. That was
Not close.
no, but it wasn't.
Potential damage.
And it wasn't like on like into the camera that was filming them at the time.
They did knock the clock over.
The clock, yes, yeah, that was in the finals. That was funny because there's always like usually it's like Trent Hidley used to do that all the time. It was like a little extra effort just to destroy some equipment.
Yeah, he was always breaking TV.
Yeah, he owes us.
Yeah.
went through several.
Yeah, Trent.
Well, I think we just did the move one time for one of the events where you just return it and be like, I don't know, it came out of the box like
Yeah, I
this.
almost didn't
You
work.
go back to Walmart or wherever we got the TV, and it's like, so don't worry about it. But yeah, that was good. I slacked you the original clip if you want to.
Oh, okay. I don't got time for that.
Yeah, and there's no sound.
Maybe to end the.
There's no sound. There's no point.
We need to have old producer Tyler B. maybe have a conversation with Nikki and Greg.
Yeah, because we just
Producer.
had that thing chambered
Yeah.
all of COVID.
Yeah, Tyler loved playing that.
Yeah.
All right, next question from Take the L Beth. If Ono does end up redshirting this year, would he qualify for the 5 free dates? Could we see Ono at Carver for the duel?
Oh my gosh. I would assume that he gets that opportunity. If he's allowed to redshirt, you would think he'd be allowed
Well,
to.
you also have to be a true freshman.
I know.
If you redshirt your second and third year, you don't get those 5 dates. So I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not saying he doesn't. I don't know if he's technically a true freshman.
I'm not.
We're not.
Yeah, I don't know.
He has taken classes. So, and if he doesn't have 4 years of eligibility, I wouldn't think he's technically a true freshman.
We got to send you back, JD.
So
Yeah,
my
I
money
don't
would be
know.
on no, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I feel like he should, but
I think we should get him 4 years of eligibility, and I think we should get him 5 free dates this year.
that's what I think we really should do.
Let's work on that.
I think Penn State probably agrees with you.
Yeah.
All right.
He should enter opens anyway. You can still enter opens
Yeah.
unpatched. So we can still see Ono.
Let's get him to all the opens. Let's get him to the scuffle.
Get him the Clarion.
Yeah.
Clarion Open. Oh no, Black Knight Invite's not an open.
The Carney Eunice Hospitality Open.
Eunice Hospitality, 100%.
Yeah.
Wrestling some JUCO kid from
Oh
Nebraska.
my gosh. Just
Just to go out there and see Ono.
he wrestles at like 157 just for fun.
Oh, I finally found the
Said it
picture,
doesn't
by the
matter.
way. Some kid at the Open was recognized me from whatever FRL, was like, oh, okay, let me get a picture. And Ono was right there. And so Ono just heard, let me get a picture, and was just like, oh, okay. So then the kid's like, yeah, let's get Ono in there too. So it's me, a kid, and Ono. And he finally posted on Instagram, and it's pretty funny because it's like, why am I standing next to this guy?
Why not?
Yeah. It was funny though.
You're a great wrestling legend, just like Ono.
Just like Ono.
You're
we
written
all-
in the history books.
similar credentials, just a little bit
You were
different.
both at the 2015 World Championships in Las Vegas.
Yeah, between us, we have
Spectators.
we have 1 gold medal between us.
That's a classic dad joke.
Yep.
Only one has a mapping title, best wrestling mapper.
I need that title. We need to officially create something so I can win that.
Oh no. What is this?
We have it?
I said, yeah. Nikki asked for it. I don't know if we can
But
get
if it has no audio, I don't even want to. There's no point.
Oh, he's got audio. He's got audio.
All right, go.
fire
Let
it
her
up.
rip.
crank
Let
it.
it rip. Oh,
Okay,
Maybe.
Nikki. Wow.
Well, just as
Okay,
building
dong toss.
What a tease. What a tease.
building anticipation.
here we go.
Straight on double. Come on. All right. Here we go.
Oh.
You guys still hear me? I don't know. Didn't miss a beat.
No.
Oh, it's been maybe a year or two since I've seen that clip.
Yeah. For some reason, the wooden paddles to signal the score
Perfect.
falling on the hardwood basketball floor just made it sound like metal being crunched up in a cart.
We love it.
Yeah.
Next question, please.
All right. CB asks, does Vito ever get healthy again, or is an early retirement likely?
I think that's a little bleak. I don't think early retirement's on the table. I would be stunned if he retired. I think
Yeah.
he's just not quite healthy. I don't think he wouldn't be. For some, he's young still in his career. I feel like
Was he 24?
yeah,
5?
yeah. He just needs time. He'll
Yeah.
get healthy again.
And yeah, we don't have any insights to how his conversations with medical staff or whatever
Yeah.
are going. So obviously it didn't look 100%. Credit to Jax for the win. And
No one's
Fargo.
giving any credit though. Everyone's just talking about how hurt Vito was.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to start that one back up?
That's all everyone's saying. I was like, oh, he lost to Jax. He should retire.
But yeah, I agree. It's like, yeah, give him some more time. Maybe he's got to take some time off. Maybe he has to go up a weight. I think that was another question too. But we'll see. I don't think.
Yeah.
Whatever. Retirement can happen at any time, but you can't predict it. I'm not going to go out there and be like, all right, retire, not retired yet.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see Vito go up to 65.
What do we know about his cut at 61 though?
Nothing.
Okay. I think I agree with you. He eventually needs to go 65. Does he need to right now? I know there's this Yanni thought, but now is Yanni ever going to go down again effectively? I think you cross that bridge when you get there.
Vito for sure. 57, I don't think should be on the table. But to me right now, his body looks like a 61 kilogram
I think so too.
body.
I want to
weight.
see him and Yanni both Hulk out and just like become little muscle men.
All right. That's Spade's dream.
Yep. Yanni to 74, Vito to 65. I don't think it would take long for him to become a full size 65.
I don't know. Everyone acts like because Vito's like skinny and has long arms, everyone just like thinks he's bigger than he is.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that big. He's like not that tall. He's a skinny dude.
I don't know if it'd be that easy to just all of a sudden some dude at 65 are huge.
Yes.
Like, and that there's a different. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe,
It
but
could happen, but
I think he's a 61.
yeah.
I
I think he's like a Seth Gross. Like he could go and he could beat like not. I mean, I don't know that he can't, but I feel like it's a cut for Seth to make 33, and he is not a 65.
We've seen that.
He's
We've seen him
tried.
try.
It's not, and he goes down 61. He's effective.
I don't want to be too glib about how easy it is to move up weights. I know whenever you talk to guys, they're like, you got to eat, constantly lift. Like it's almost like you do less to cut weight than to bulk up. So,
And you need to be a certain frame, right?
well, don't you think Vito has potentially the frame? I mean, like I know you just said he's like a skinny guy and has, is not that tall, but
Maybe
like he's got the limbs and the stuff that if they were all thicker and bigger,
he's got two of each.
he's still got two each. He's got a torso that is
He does have a torso too.
he could
We
put
didn't
weight
even talk
on there.
about him
too.
having a
There are
torso.
places he could put on muscle weight. As
He
well.
could grow his hair longer. He could have a beard.
fingernails.
Yeah. All right.
Next question.
Sorry, I'm distracted by Carson Smith in the chat. He is spamming it with JD Raider. JD. He wants you to say hi. So say hi to Carson.
Hi, Carson.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Carson,
no more spamming, Carson.
keep going. You're done.
Yeah. Relax,
Done.
Carson.
There's a timeout.
Got your attention.
All right. Mason says, who's the biggest dark horse at 125 next year, and why is it Barrick Jordan?
Oh,
Well, there you go.
He is definitely a dark horse.
I do like that. I mean,
I would say like actual dark. I said it last show, but actual dark horse for the title even is Nico Provo,
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
coming off of a year where he didn't compete. So maybe not as many people know him, but he was a really good recruit coming out of high school. I really like what I've seen from him.
yeah, they've been high on him out of Stanford.
I like Michigan man Diego Sotelo.
Okay,
final year.
Dark horse.
Harvard
I
grad.
don't think he qualified for NCAAs last year, but
He's been like a bubble
Beating
rankings
some
guy.
guys.
yeah,
Beat
he's
Noto.
beating guys, and I think in Ann Arbor they're gonna have him wrestling good.
Now normally they do the heavyweight bump,
Yeah.
and they also do the lightweight bump.
I think they can.
I don't know if did Augie Doggy place there? I think he did, yeah. Maybe not,
I
though.
don't think he did. I don't think so.
All right.
But no, Sotelo beat Jory Volk, Noto. He's got some good wins.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good one. All right, John.
Who has the best hit list in international wrestling history?
That's a good question.
Mystic Matt.
Well,
It's
Sagilaev's got a lot better in 24.
You have to pick somebody who's gone across a couple weights
Yeah.
proper.
Burroughs is interesting because of his domestic wins are so good.
Sure.
Because he's beaten, Dake and Taylor.
Yeah.
And then Sargouche and Godarzi and Godoyev, Sabalov.
The guy that comes to mind because he beat like crazy American legends is Sharifov, Azerbaijan,
He beat a lot
because
of
he
guys.
beat Kale and then he beat Snyder. at 2 different world championships.
Yeah.
It was
Might have beat Jaden
2000
one time,
and
too.
it was 2011
He
Sanders.
did beat Jaden.
Yeah, so Sharifov beat Jaden also.
Yeah. And so I don't know the full extent of all of his like Russian wins and stuff like that, but if you just look at like America Mount Rushmore almost like or like some of the best guys ever to do it.
We have to put Sharifov on our Mount Rushmore now.
Well, he could, you know, it's a little.
He could visit it and be like, beat him.
That's what I'm saying. Is you bring out all the best Americans? He's like, okay, yeah.
And that's another win for Sadulayev. Sadulayev also
beat Sharifov. Yeah,
Sharifov. He's beaten Snyder, beaten David Taylor, Gasimpor.
has not beaten Tasman.
No, if he beats Taz,
If he somehow gets a win over Tajudinov, then we may be.
he's beat a lot of, and Sadulayev's beat a lot of guys kind of height of their powers or close to.
Yeah.
Even David, you can't say David was like not really good.
Good enough. Yeah. He survived a slap from Salas that missed, and
Yeah, early Sadulayev, his 84 year was not a deep weight.
No.
When he won that, then he went, and then even the next year, Karimi in 2015, he beat Karimi. So okay, like 86 was not great. Then he went up to 97 and 17. Who did he beat in 16? Oh, he beat like the Turkey guy that beat Jaden.
oh, Erden,
I don't think. Oh, maybe.
Fatih
Erden,
Maybe.
and Makoev,
Yeah, give me a break.
Borislav.
right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, these are not great weights. So him winning.
So he's a fraud, basically, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Makoev is still wrestling, and he does not look good.
Keep getting them checks, Boris.
Yeah.
I think Mystic Matt wanted us to bring up his tweet about Frank Chamizo's hit list.
Now, you want to talk about spanning weight classes.
Oh, yeah.
He hit a world final at 55.
Yeah.
Safarian. Yeah.
Some of these wins are nuts.
Rahimi. I don't remember the Stieber one. James. I thought he wrestled Green, too. He wrestled Green. I think Green might have beat him.
Togrul Asgarov had one of the best Olympic.
Oh, yeah. That was
So
Asgarov.
the eyebrow goat.
Asgarov was
yeah.
amazing.
One brow, singular.
Sidakov's got a pretty good hit list as well.
Yeah.
Beaten Burrows, undefeated against Burrows and Dake.
Whatever, dude.
Man, then you got a guy like David Safarian, where no disrespect, but that
One of the worst world champions.
one of the most random
The
guys.
thing about Chamizo's hit list is he is also the best wrestler on a lot of other international wrestlers' hit lists.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
He wrestles a lot. I got to give Frank credit for that, as he does not shy away from
He
competition.
wrestles a lot. He dances a lot.
Dances a lot. He coaches a lot. He helps guys. I mean, he's just a good dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question, Mystic Matt.
All right. Let's keep going. Oh, Fargo question from Not a Wrestler. Which state had the best singlets this year?
You were on UniWatch, James.
Yeah, actually, making a post about it probably after this.
You.
So I really liked Illinois with the hot dogs and the pizza. It was good. I like when any state does something relevant to them, like unique to them.
Did you notice the Connecticut singlets? They had like a weird. It was almost like a blocky text made up of a bunch of rectangles.
Yeah, I guess I didn't pick up on what that was.
So that was Pez,
Oh,
and the headquarters of Pez is in Connecticut. It's founded there.
okay.
That was a Pez singlet.
I did not know that was
Yeah.
Pez. So that makes it a little bit better.
Yeah, that was a good one. A little biased, but I like the New Jersey ones. They had a little MTV.
The MTV, yeah, those weren't bad.
They had the actual logo for a movie called Rad, and it's about BMX biking. Never seen it, but it has a classic Rad logo.
I did like the Arizona Wile E. Coyote ones. I don't know why South Carolina did Jurassic Park or just dinosaurs, but
Yeah,
those were
Kind
cool.
of sick.
But they were like cartoon dinosaurs.
Nice.
yep.
Wyoming's were cool. They were like Native American stuff. The warm-ups were really cool too.
Vermont, home of Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, they had the Ben and Jerry's cone. Those were
They
good.
had the Ben and Jerry theme.
Georgia, the Devil Went Down to Georgia singlets. Literally
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you loved.
Boy, let me
references
tell
to
you
the
what.
devil.
Apparently, at the South Carolina State Fairgrounds, Jurassic Quest is the only place where your family can experience life-size dinosaurs.
So they were Jurassic Quest singlets,
I don't
not
know.
Jurassic Park.
I'm just trying to get to the
Just
bottom
big
of
dino
this.
fans.
Okay, very
Dudes love,
interesting.
dudes love dinos.
Jurassic Quest is the #1 dino experience in North America.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, look at this. It was great. A lot of fun.
Jurassic Quest.
T-Rex.
Okay.
Look at that's just like an.
I'm surprised they got away. I mean, I guess Jurassic is not.
You can't own Jurassic,
But I mean, they're
millions of
clearly
years.
A word.
And I bet there's dinosaurs not from the Jurassic period at Jurassic Quest.
This doesn't look like it's quite going for the
at that little
Jurassic Park aesthetic.
See this?
It's like, did you see the meme that went around of some place in Scotland tried to do a Willy Wonka theme? Like,
Yeah, and
event,
she just
it
looks
was
so
like
sad.
A table with like, I don't know, just like garbage in it. It just looked terrible.
Yeah, cool.
The Pennsylvania ones are cool too with the Phillies and the Pirates combo.
I like that one.
I like
That
it
one's
because
really
They did that one last year, I think. I thought it was cool.
yeah, and it's like one team for the blue and one team for the red. I just feel like you're forcing kids that if they're from the PA area to wear some Phillies gear sometimes. Or
Well, last year they were separate, but this year they were combined, where they were both Phillies and Pirates singlets in one, and they had a red and a blue one. Last year's when they did the Phillies for one and the Pirates for the other.
well, this year blue was Phillies and red.
I think there were still some kids just wearing.
I think those were last year's then.
No, they said 24 in the corner, and this year's were 25.
Right.
And they were both Phillies and Pirates.
I only saw blue Phillies and
There's no way to
red
know.
Pirates.
Yeah.
There's no way to know.
We can't.
Next question.
I'll fight JD over it later.
Okay. Actually, I like this question in the YouTube chat. I don't have it pulled up, but Cam Smith asks, "Who do you guys think was the best Fargo champ?"
Cam Smith.
The best Fargo champ, like who had the best tournament, or
Who
who
was the best Fargo
wrestler
champ?
at Fargo.
Cam Smith says Melvin Miller.
I mean, Melvin Miller's.
Yeah, best dude in the building. I don't know, Bo.
Yeah, probably Bo.
I think it was
Oh,
Drayshawn?
Drayshawn ran the gauntlet.
Drayshawn definitely had a tougher bracket. That was the bracket, and he won it.
On the women's side, Taina Fernandez won 16U and juniors,
Yeah.
and they compete at the same time. It's not like they used to be, one first and then the other, and there were, it wasn't that uncommon. She had to wrestle like a semis, run off the mat, and run to like her 16U semis. So that she was by far the most impressive wrestler for the women's side, and she's still 16U eligible.
Anymore, hardly the top couple pound for pound guys don't really do the Greco as much. Where you used to see somebody who would literally go like 20-0,
Yeah.
with 20 techs and pins. You don't really see that too much anymore. Still, some kids will like double up champs, but not as quite dominant as what you used to see.
Yeah. All right, next question. Mason asks, "Can Ohio State get second next season? Do you predict them as a trophy team?"
I think they're on the bubble for trophy potential. I think second is probably a stretch. I think you need a lot of best. I mean, you need Jesse to win. You need Ethan to probably be a top 3 or 4 guy. Although
You need Feldman. You need Feldman back.
You know where I stand on that, but I
So-
don't know.
Current team rankings, based off of our college rankings, we got Ohio State 5th,
Losing, but so Nebraska 95.5,
way out in front.
way out in front. Like how much Davino could move up a lot for them. Feldman could move up somewhat. Fishback, who knows? Cannon's there. If he wrestles again, I don't know. I feel like a lot has to go right for Ohio State. I think they're gonna be really good next year, no doubt. But second is gonna be tough for sure.
Shout out to Ben Davino and Brock Hardy and any other guys who I didn't see, but still college guys who were coaching at Fargo.
That's awesome.
You don't see too many current college guys. You obviously see a lot of,
Was Davino coaching Illinois?
Illinois, I think, or was it Ohio? I can't remember. Brock Hardy was coaching Utah though.
Okay, that's awesome.
Ridge Levitt was out there. He was coaching.
Oh, I
Yeah,
saw
but he's
that.
not a college guy anymore.
True.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. But no, sorry, I was going to say, Christian, you mentioned like a lot has to go right, but that's what we saw for Nebraska this year. And I don't think anyone would have said like, oh, Nebraska's they're going to get second. They're going to have this many finalists. They're going to have this many champs.
That's true.
And then they did it. So,
But that was
Can't happen.
also one of the craziest things we've ever seen. Like
That's true.
We were all talking about like this is unbelievable how
They basically got max potential.
got max potential and beyond in some instances. Like beyond anyone's wildest prognostications for Nebraska was what we saw.
They were due. This was a while ago. But
Oh, yeah.
I looked up like the most round of 12 finishers and tried to like quantify that. This was an older project before like 2018, 19 or something. And Nebraska was like by far the most blood round guys.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, for all of those agonizing losses on Saturday night, now they finally got
Amazing.
all the wins.
Yep.
all right. Next question. What would be your favorite practice match live go to watch. And his example is Strachey versus Brooks, Dayton Fix versus Cade Brock, Spencer versus DeSanto.
Taz versus Sadulayev.
Oh, man. That'd be a good one.
I mean, do you want like who's going to score the most points, or like, okay, well, I just want to see the best match in the world happen?
Like it's almost like you wonder how it would have went.
Yeah.
That's like David versus Snyder.
Yeah.
You know what? David Taylor versus Kale. Because everybody says Kale still got it. I want to see it.
It's because we brought him up earlier, but I'd like to see the Altons wrestle just because I assume it would turn into a fist fight or something. That's how it usually goes with brothers. is It just becomes a little
They have
personal.
brother fights.
Wrestle-
Tom and Terry Brands.
That's what Wrestle Madness. Yeah, I was just gonna read it. He said Tom versus Terry Brands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, blood match.
Yeah, that's
Good
a good one. Okay. All right, Avery Lynch. Sorry, I didn't read this one yet. I don't know what it's gonna say. What's your guy's greatest wrestling moment of all time?
Jeez.
And he says he doesn't think it gets cooler than pinning Spencer and Gallagher Iba.
That was a crazy moment. Definitely remember that very vividly. Being there, that's the craziest crowd atmosphere I've ever experienced in my life by a long shot. But is it the greatest wrestling moment? Not for me.
And Wyatt over Gable is up there.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Snyder over Sadulayev up there. You don't get the crowd
For
experience.
me, Snyder Gadisov was so freaking awesome.
Well, the 2 days in a row, it was Burroughs winning on the last match of the day, and then Snyder winning on the last match of the whole tournament, and then everybody leaving Vegas just like pumped up, shouting about USA, like everybody watching freestyle. Like it's very rare to get big crowds to watch freestyle matches. So yeah, Worlds in Vegas to me had two of those moments that I would put up there.
I remember I couldn't watch live for some reason, and so I had yours and Willie's. You guys were calling the match.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my gosh, it was an incredible listening experience.
Oh, wow.
Too, because it was like, oh man, is Snyder gonna do it? And
You went old school radio.
I did. Yeah.
We live streamed we did FRL every round of the World Championships. It was like a week of FRL. It was, I don't know why we did that, but it was literally insane.
Snyder over Gwiz at Madison Square Garden. That was a pretty
crazy.
I mean,
big moment.
Snyder Sadulayev in 2017 was awesome to win the title for Team USA.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
I just wasn't in Paris, so to me it wasn't the best.
I know. I wish
It was. I remember being in my my college house with a bunch of buddies, just like going nuts at whatever time it was, like 4 or 5 a.m. or 6 a.m.
No, it was like afternoon.
Was it?
For sure.
The first
a
round is
final.
at like 4 a.m., but then the final will be like at
Yeah,
2 or
yeah.
something.
Just going. We went absolutely nuts.
Yeah. Helen in 2016
We went crazy for that. Was
over.
I wasn't there, but like watching with everyone at Flow, that was incredible.
Okay.
Good moments.
Very historic.
Good moments. All right. Kansas next topic asks, are we
I like the confidence in Kansas there.
I love it.
are we entering an era where our women's team will start seeing the success our men's team has seen during the Burroughs era?
Maybe. I do really feel like we have a strong nucleus that is formidable. Now, not having a meet this year hurts.
Yeah.
But potentially, yeah.
It's tough with women's wrestling has Japan, and they are so far ahead still and still producing so many talented wrestlers. You look at every U17, U20 World Championships, and it's still Japan. It's not like, okay, well, everyone's going to catch up or whatever. And so it's going to be tough. Russia had a couple years where they were as dominant as Japan's women in men's freestyle, but there's more parity now, and there was as Burroughs first started coming up in 2011. So it's still going to be tough. Japan is just that good at women's wrestling.
Cool.
Yep. The upper weights, though,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
looking good there.
I don't want to do this one.
Okay. Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, I like this one.
Okay. Elder Brad, he's always in the chat.
He is.
Cringe or cool? Parents running social media pages for their elementary school wrestlers. I'm going with cringe. If you're not old enough to be on social media, then you're not old enough to have a page. And no colleges are recruiting your 10-year-olds anyways.
I do think it's cringe.
Yeah.
I don't like
I
it.
think it's the best. I love 10-year-olds with social media accounts. I follow them all. I think it's great. No, I don't. Of course it's cringe.
Stop.
Yeah, I think it's a weird. Yeah, I don't understand it. I think it puts a weird pressure on the kid, and it like makes it, and like, I know parents will be like, well, no, they like it. But I don't know, man. They don't know.
like it.
They don't know what's good for them. Like they like ice cream at all hours too.
Yeah,
but
they can't possibly understand the ramifications of like.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It just puts it puts a priority on attention. It puts a priority on value on things that don't really have actual value.
A whole page, no. But now let's say like your son is really good at doing the bear crawl and wrestling practice, and you post that.
Yeah.
You make a social media post, and that goes viral. That's cool. You can highlight some fun stuff that your kids do on your own pages.
But like when they're like branded as like this kid is,
Yeah,
I don't know.
the Rizzler.
I don't know about the Rizzler, but just like, I don't know, it's very much they have a nickname for them, and like it's very much like branding. They're like being branded as an elite whatever. I just think it's odd.
Yeah,
I think it's odd.
It's tough to even appreciate as the kids get older and they have their own pages when they like make social posts or make stuff on their own. Most of the time they have good, parenting and whatever, and you don't try to stay on them and read everything. So I don't even know what I'm missing. But it's like when you talk to younger wrestlers, they're like, "Oh, I follow Bo and Melvin and all these guys," and they're already like following the other kids, so they know when stuff is happening with the guys of their peer group.
Yeah,
but that's different than what Elder Brad's talking about.
Yeah, I think it's only cool like if you're using the social media as a way to like archive like your child and like, but like I don't know why like your kid would want like the attention of, or why that would be a good thing to like want to like brand yourself at 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 years old. It seems like it could be like really unhealthy. I had a friend who took a picture of their child every day for like a couple years straight, and he used it as it was like a private Instagram for their child. So that way, when they got older, they're like, "Oh, here, I'll give this to you. You can look back and see what we were doing with you when you were, 1 year old."
That's awesome.
3-year-old. I'm like, "Oh, that's a cool like thing you could do." But then as they've gotten older, they don't do it every day because like the kid doesn't want to do it anymore. He's like, "All right, don't take a picture of me every day and put it." He's like 10 years old now. So yeah, I think it's a little dangerous.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Food for thought.
I think that's pretty much it for questions. I don't know if there's anything else.
Okay, I thought there were
to
others.
talk about.
Some pretty cool shoes on the table there that we haven't really talked about.
That's right. We should. Those are the Nike Inflict 4s. And you can go get them on athleteps.com. Thank you. Shout out to Nike Wrestling for sponsoring this show.
Yeah, we put little Easter eggs of all the different like shoes that they sent us to talk about. So if
We
you
got
see
so many shoes. We're up to our.
see them on the set. Those are all things that you can buy on athleteps.com.
Yeah. Please go there, check them out. They certainly look sharp. Is that all of them?
Oh, this one. If you want to talk about Flow as a dream job.
It is. Yeah, do that one.
Randall Goldsworthy. Flow seems like a dream job for many. What aspects of your job are difficult?
Sometimes you get back from a several day long bachelor party and have to do a podcast when your voice sounds like this.
That's tough. That's honestly for me. You took mine.
Yeah. Getting the frog out of your voice.
It definitely is a dream job. Hardest part is managing hurt feelings. Especially me, talk a lot, talk 3 hours a week, every week, plus the videos I post, and feelings get hurt, and you never set out to do that. You don't want to do that. I'm a person that, I like to be liked, but I won't compromise my viewpoints based on that. And so that's one of the things. There is like collateral with the things you say on here. Even there's things like you don't even realize that, bother people. And then, I remember, I wish Tyler was on this show because you remember like at the Olympic trials, one guy was kind of on a heater, and like I don't even know if I even had talked about this guy in the lead up, but whatever it was, he was directing a lot of energy towards me every time he would walk by. Like I had doubted him in some way. I was like, man, I'll just say it. I think we talked. It was Jared JQs, who I like Jared a lot, but he was just taking it very personal in some way. And so there's a lot of things like that. You're
motivating them. That's what, if you don't pick a guy and they win, it's because you're not picking them.
I did not think Jared was going to make the Olympic team. It's true. It's true. But yeah, so I mean, that's kind of a thing. Like you end up invariably, I've made every program mad at me at different points in time with never, you don't want to do that. It's never anything you set out to do, but it's just part of talking so much.
And that's tough because we're covering everything. We're the
Yeah.
essential destination. So you have to, give your thoughts on stuff and make picks and all that other stuff. But we're also here to cover everybody in the sport. So if you're wrestling, then we're still on your side, whether we didn't say what you wanted us to say or not.
100%.
And that's different than just some of the other attention you get from random fans. Somebody called me soft and fat. That's fine. That's part of the deal.
What about when you get called Pawpaw? That's over the line.
When they call me Pawpaw, then it's like, you want to be like, Homer Simpson strangled Bart, whatever. You get really mad, but you roll with the punches and you go, okay, that's
roll with the Pawpaw.
You roll with the paw. That's all fine. To me, the stuff that people don't think about or whatever is it's like, I don't know, something happens and now we have to upload 5,000 videos or something where there's just so much tedious work and you're trying to manage your time and you're trying to cover and follow everything. And it's like, no, to get people the experience that we are saying that they're going to get and to put the content out there that we say we're going to deliver for your subscription money, which is not something we take lightly, then you have to put in some tedious hours of doing stuff that's not exciting and that's not fun. And that is just, it's also not backbreaking work. We're sitting in air-conditioned office space and doing the work there.
Sometimes on the weekends, they let it get up to the mid-70s up here.
Yeah.
So
I think
we're still in the trenches.
I think one of the things that I didn't realize about this job, which I think it's incredible, there's very few things you can say like, oh, this is a hard part. I think like obviously time away from family, like for travel, is probably the toughest for me. But when you're at a wrestling tournament, you don't always get to see everything. Like you don't get to watch everything because you got to be dialed in, especially if you're calling a match. Like you're calling one mat and everything else is going on around you. So like, as a fan, it's way easier to just like watch at home and not have to cover an event. So I think that's probably one of the things I learned where it's like, oh, you don't just get to like watch the wrestling. You miss a whole lot of what goes on at a big tournament.
There are jobs at like the U.S. Open. I remember one time it was when Final X first started. My job was to just get wrestlers from point A to point B so they could get interviewed. And I did not watch any of the finals because you're too busy like bringing guys to places and sitting and kind of killing time. Or when you have to do when you get to do interviews after an event, you'll often miss a lot of the finals.
Yeah. The only other thing is these are just pet peeves. I suppose this is just a pet peeve, but when Kozak kind of corrected it the other day, and it just drives me crazy when people say, I don't mind if you criticize our coverage or say like my takes are stupid or don't make sense or whatever.
Soft and fat or old.
I'm soft and fat or pawpaw. You can call me all those things and I understand them. But when you say like Flo does not cover X, Y, and Z and it's just like not true, that does get under my skin. Like we only cover things that we stream. It's like you can't even have our page if you think that's true.
Yeah.
Like we spend the entire year talking about the NCAA tournament and Big Ten duels and all this stuff. Like, and I know most people don't think that, but whenever I see it, it is just one of those things that like it immediately like just fires me up.
I think people probably equate like the clips we show on social media to like coverage. And it's like, guys, like we can't always show clips of Big Ten duels. Like we'll get put in timeout if we do that.
Yeah.
I like when people make just like very serious assumptions very authoritatively, like this is Flo's business plan and that's why they're doing XYZ because they need to do this. I'm like, that does not come up in a meeting. Nobody thinks that. That's not true. But they'll state it as a matter of fact and you're like, all right, I can't even combat that.
Now we're just saying our pet peeves though.
These are just pet peeves.
Well, no, that's
where you have to look for. I mean, there's really not a lot of,
I got something that is actually the worst part about this job that turns it from a dream job into a nightmare.
Oh.
In this office on Tuesday, when they get pizza for pizza lunch, and they get that Detroit-style sponge.
Oh yeah,
Pizza,
best pizza.
When there are so many other places to order pizza, and you have to suffer through Detroit-style pizza for like
that's how bad it is, guys.
Third time this month, it's like
you think working at Flo's cool? We get pizza sometimes.
Bad pizza.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. You're right. Whoever asked that question.
Okay.
Cool.
Is that it?
That's it. We did it officially.
Touchdown.
Good show, Cowboys. Great Fargo. I mean, most watched Fargo of all time by like 25%. Insane. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. That doesn't even count the Jack's Veto numbers. That's like a separate event. So crazy. Appreciate all you guys, all the hard work you guys did at Fargo, bringing it to the fans. JD had a maybe 50 million view video that he posted.
Yeah. The butt bomb.
What was it called?
The butt bomb.
The move of Fargo.
The move of Fargo.
Move of Fargo.
And he called it early. I mean, that's like, first couple of days of the tournament. It's kind of a gamble.
Yeah.
But he knew.
Shout out to the guy that came up. He came up. Me and
Coach
JD
from
are sitting
Florida.
right there, and the coach is like, I know you guys get this a lot, but you got to post this. And then we're like, all right, post it. And we also owe a big debt of gratitude to the guy who that the move happened to.
Yes.
You owe him like a gift basket or something.
New Jersey.
Yeah, not just because he's from New Jersey, but because it's not fun. I don't think he liked that, like having that go up there and seeing people. But that's part of wrestling. I mean, but kudos.
Not only we put his name in there.
You got to be the man in the arena.
And that is showbiz. It's classic showbiz. All right, so thanks so much. Thank you so much to Nike Wrestling. Go to athleteps.com right now. Get all your Nike gear, shoes, team wear, apparel, the shirt Kozak's wearing. You can get it all. We will see you next Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday, normal show. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Goodbye.
Straight on double. Come on. All right. Here we go. You guys still hear me? I don't know.